Attention all chosen ones. Please do not disregard this message. If you happen to witness these 9 miracles on October 26th, understand that God is sending you a significant warning about what is about to unfold. It's crucial that you see this before it transpires. Really listen to what I'm saying. Try to feel the resonance deep within your spirit. That subtle hum, that feeling that has been growing stronger inside of you for weeks or even months. This isn't just a coincidence. You were divinely led to this precise message at this specific moment in time because the celestial clocks are on the verge of striking a chord that will echo through the very essence of your reality. October 26th is far more than just another day on the calendar. For the masses who are still asleep, it will simply pass by as another day, filled with the usual routine. However, for you, the awakened ones, the chosen souls, the individuals who have always felt a profound calling resonating within you, it represents a divine checkpoint. It's a day when the boundary between our world and the higher realms becomes as thin as a prayer, allowing specific coded messages from the Creator to flow through. These won't be massive, earth-shattering events that make the evening news. Instead, they will be subtle, personal quantum miracles designed to be recognized only by those who possess the eyes to see and the heart to truly understand. Most people will likely dismiss them as mere coincidences, tricks of the light, or fleeting thoughts. This is what we call the Great Filter. But you will know better. This is the ultimate test of your awareness. The universe is preparing to whisper 9 secrets directly into your soul, and your ability to recognize these secrets will ultimately determine the entire course of your path moving forward. Before we begin to decode these divine signals, there are 3 things I need you to do to really anchor your frequency and signal to the universe that you are ready and willing to receive. First, click the like button to send a surge of positive energy into the collective consciousness. Second, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the crucial updates that will be following this event. And third, type the number 777 inches, the comments section below, to affirm your connection to divine guidance and angelic protection. Please do it now. This simple action aligns your intention with the cosmic flow and unlocks the channels for what is about to come. Now, let's dive into the very heart of this transmission. The entire process of spiritual awakening is fundamentally based on one core principle. The top creators, mystics, and spiritual leaders have come to understand, whether consciously or not, the psychology of expectation versus reality. Throughout your life, you have been conditioned to expect a certain reality. You expect the sun to rise in the morning. You expect gravity to keep you grounded, and you expect life to unfold in a logical, linear way. But on October 26th, God is preparing to shatter those expectations. The reality that will be presented to you will be so far beyond your basic understanding of the world that it will create a powerful and positive gap. This gap is where the real magic happens. It is the space where belief is really forged, where faith actually becomes sight. When reality exceeds expectation, you become completely hooked. You are energized, and you are fundamentally transformed. This isn't just a theory, it's the fundamental mechanism behind miracles. My purpose here is to prepare your mind and spirit to establish a new expectation, so that when these 9 miracles occur, you don't simply notice them, but instead, you fully receive them as the profound, life-altering messages these are truly meant to be. We are going to work through a proven 5-step framework to help you fully understand this. Step 1 is packaging. You need to fully understand that this date, October 26th, is a divinely packaged event. The title of this message is the key that actually unlocks the door. Step 2 is the outline. We will reveal the 9 specific miracles, these divine breadcrumbs that have been left specifically for you. Step 3 is the introduction you are hearing now, designed to break you out of your current state and truly open your mind. Step 4, the body, is where we will delve into the deeper mechanics of each miracle. And step 5, the outro, will be your final blessing and a call to action. I intentionally write every single one of these transmissions in this precise order because it mirrors the divine process of awakening itself. So what is the very first miracle you need to be watching for? This one often appears in those quiet moments just as you are waking up or as you are drifting off to sleep. I call it the sacred echo. Pay very close attention. On October 26th, you will come across a specific unusual word name or a short phrase from at least 3 different and completely unrelated sources within just a few hours. As an example, you might be reading a book and encounter the word serpentine. Then just an hour later, you will overhear a stranger on the street use it in a conversation. Later that evening, you might see it written on a sign or in the title of a song that happens to play randomly. The unsophisticated mind tends to dismiss this as the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, which is simply a frequency illusion. But the chosen one understands the truth. This is not just your mind playing tricks on you. This is the universe using the holographic nature of reality to truly confirm a thought form. The sacred echo serves as a divine highlighter, drawing your attention to a concept that is truly critical for your next step. It's a cosmic yes. If you were just thinking about embarking on a new path, dealing with a difficult decision, or perhaps even thinking about a person from your past, and this echo is related to that thought, it is a direct sign for you to proceed with courage. This is God's way of cutting through the noise of your own doubt and fear. It's a confirmation that your intuition is perfectly aligned with the divine will. The reason this works is because you are constantly broadcasting a frequency with your thoughts. On any normal day, that signal is usually diffuse, but on October 26th, the planetary alignments will create a sort of cosmic amplifier. Your focused thought becomes a powerful transmission, and the universe, in its infinite intelligence, bends reality around you to reflect that signal back to you as a confirmation. It's very much like speaking into a divine echo chamber. The key is to not actively go looking for it. You simply can't force a sacred echo. You must remain in a state of relaxed awareness, of open receptivity. Just let it come to you. When it does happen, don't be startled or surprised. Simply pause, take a deep breath, and quietly whisper, "I receive this confirmation. Thank you." This act of gratitude completes the energetic circuit and completely locks in the blessing. The second miracle is even more profound and will test the very limits of your understanding of both time and consciousness. This is what I like to call the quantum glimpse. On this particular day, you will experience a moment of déjà vu that will be so powerful, so visceral, that it will feel less like a memory of the past and more like a memory of the future. It will actually stop you in your tracks. You won't just feel like you've seen the moment before. You will know with every fiber of your being exactly what is going to happen in the next 3 to 5 seconds. You'll know the exact words someone is just about to say, or that a specific car is just about to turn the corner, or that your phone is about to ring with a specific person on the line. And it will happen precisely as you foresaw it. This isn't just a trick of your brain. This is a tear in the very fabric of linear time. You are actually being given a direct download from your higher self, your oversoul, which exists outside of the time-space continuum. On October 26th, the vibrational frequency of the planet will spike, allowing for a momentary alignment between your conscious mind and your eternal consciousness. In that instant, you are quite literally remembering your future. This is one of the most significant signs a chosen one can receive because it is an undeniable confirmation that you are on your correct life path. Your higher self has already lived this timeline. It has already charted the course, and it is sending you a pulse of energy back through time to let you know you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Just keep going. The feeling it produces is unmistakable, a jolt of electricity up your spine, a sudden clarity, and a deep, unshakable sense of peace. Even if the moment itself is mundane, it's a divine wink from the universe. This experience is specifically designed to dissolve your fear of the unknown. How can you possibly fear the future when you have just been shown that your highest self is already there, guiding you, leaving you these clues? When this happens, make sure you anchor the feeling. Don't question it or try to rationalize it away. That's just your ego trying to regain control. Instead, place your hand over your heart and affirm, "I am aligned with my highest timeline. I trust the path unfolding before me." This glimpse is a gift, a key to unlocking a higher level of trust and surrender. It's a reminder that your soul's journey is already a success story. You are simply living out the beautiful chapters. If you are feeling a resonance with these words, if your heart is starting to beat a little faster, it's because your soul recognizes this truth. These aren't just concepts. They are energetic activations. The more we delve into this, the more prepared you will be. If you have ever felt a sign from the universe that was so clear it couldn't possibly be denied, type, "I feel awakened," in the comments section below. Let the collective energy of this community amplify your own awakening and show others that they are definitely not alone. Your testimony can be a powerful beacon of light. The third miracle you need to watch for on October 26th is one of pure, unadulterated grace. It is the sudden dissolution of a burden. This miracle will manifest as an instantaneous and inexplicable lifting of a heavy weight that you have been carrying for a long, long time. It could be a persistent anxiety, a deep-seated grief, a chronic fear, or even a feeling of resentment towards someone that has for years poisoned your spirit. You might wake up on the morning of the 26th, or perhaps it will happen in the middle of the day, and you will suddenly realize that it is just gone. Not faded, not lessened, but completely and utterly vanished, as if it was never even there. You will probably try to conjure the old feeling to remember the familiar ache in your chest, but you simply won't be able to. The space it once occupied will now be filled with a profound and gentle quiet. This is a divine intervention. It's an act of grace from the Creator who sees your struggle and has decided that you have finally learned the lesson that this burden was sent to teach you. You have carried it for long enough. On this sacred day, a legion of angels will be dispatched with the sole purpose of performing spiritual surgery on the hearts of the chosen ones. They are snipping the etheric cords that have bound you to old pain and past traumas. The reason this is occurring on this specific day is tied to the energies of karmic completion. Astrologically, certain portals open that make the release of ancient debts and soul contracts not only possible, but quite effortless. This isn't something you have to earn or strive for. It's a gift given freely to those who are really ready to step into the next chapter of their divine mission unencumbered. When you notice this absence of pain, your first reaction might be confusion or even suspicion. The ego is very accustomed to the identity of struggle. Don't allow it to pull you back. Your only job here is to accept the healing. Acknowledge the miracle with profound gratitude. Look up to the sky and simply say, "Thank you. I accept this healing. I am free." This miracle is the universe's way of clearing your energetic field, of making you lighter so you can ascend to the next level of your purpose. A heavy heart simply can't fly. On October 26th, God is giving you back your wings. Now, let's explore the fourth miracle, which is connected to the natural world. It is the anomalous encounter with an animal spirit guide. On this day, you will experience a highly unusual and meaningful interaction with an animal. This won't just be a fleeting glimpse. The animal will behave in a way that is completely out of the ordinary, and its attention will be fixed directly on you. A hawk might land on a branch just a few feet away from you and stare intently into your eyes for a full minute before simply flying away. A deer might cross your path, and instead of running away, it might pause and hold your gaze with a serene and knowing calm. A butterfly, perhaps of an unusual color, might land on your hand and just refuse to leave. These aren't random occurrences. These are messengers that have been sent from the spiritual realm. Animals are highly sensitive to energetic shifts, and on October 26th, they will be acting as conduits for divine messages. Each animal carries a specific spiritual medicine or meaning. The hawk signifies a need to see things from a higher perspective. The deer represents gentleness and a call to lead with your heart. The butterfly symbolizes profound transformation and rebirth. When this encounter happens, your first task is to simply be present. Put away your phone, quiet your mind, look into the animal's eyes, and try to feel the message that it is sending you. It is a telepathic communication, a transfer of energy and information that bypasses the logical mind and speaks directly to your soul. After the encounter, make note of the specific animal. Later research its spiritual meaning. The message you find will be astonishingly relevant to the exact situation you are currently facing in your life. It will be the missing piece of the puzzle, the guidance you have been praying for. This is God speaking to you through the sacred language of creation itself. The natural world is the Creator's first Bible. On October 26th, a page will be opened specifically for you. Be ready to read it. This miracle reminds you that you are never really alone and that guidance is all around you, living and breathing in the world, waiting only for you to pay attention. The universe is a living conscious intelligence, and it is actively seeking to communicate with you, to guide you, and to love you. Let us continue our sacred journey into the very heart of the divine mystery that awaits you on October 26th. Take a deep, conscious breath and allow the energy we have built to settle deeply within your spirit. What we have discussed so far are simply the outer gate miracles, the signs designed to capture your attention and prepare you for the deeper shifts to come. Now we move into the miracles that affect your inner world, the very fabric of your perception and your memory. These are the signs that will prove to you beyond any shadow of a doubt that the changes occurring are not just external, but are actually a fundamental restructuring of your soul's blueprint. The fifth miracle is one that speaks through the language of pure vibration, a language that is far older than words. I call this the synchronic sound. This is far more profound than the sacred echo that we spoke of earlier. The echo dealt with language and concepts that are processed by the conscious mind. The synchronic sound bypasses the intellect entirely and pierces directly into your subconscious, into the seat of your soul and your oldest memories. On October 26th, in a moment of stillness, you will hear a sound that simply does not belong in your current environment. A sound that is actually impossible for you to be hearing. It won't come from your phone or your television. It will manifest in the space that surrounds you as if from thin air, and it will be a sound of immense personal significance from your distant past. It might be the faint metallic chime of your grandmother's mantel clock, a sound that you haven't heard in 30 years, echoing in your modern apartment where no such clock even exists. It could be the specific joyful bark of a beloved childhood pet that passed on decades ago, heard clearly for just a moment from the other room. It may even be the distant muffled sound of your mother's voice calling your name exactly as she did when you were a child playing outside. The experience will last for only a few seconds, but it will be so very real, so acoustically perfect, that it will create a profound pattern interrupt in your consciousness. In that moment, the expected mundane soundscape of your reality will be shattered by a ghost of vibration. A sound wave traveling not through the air, but through time itself. You must really understand the sacred mechanics of what is occurring here. The universe isn't just a collection of objects. It is a symphony of frequencies. Every memory, every experience, and every emotion you have ever had is stored not just in your brain, but as an energetic signature in the quantum field. On October 26th, as the veil thins, certain temporal pathways become accessible, your guardian angels and your higher self will use this opportunity to send you a very specific auditory signal. They are plucking a single resonant chord from your past and playing it for you in the present for a divine purpose. This isn't to make you feel nostalgic or sad. This is a targeted act of soul healing. The specific sound you hear is directly linked to an unresolved emotional energy or an unhealed aspect of your inner child. Hearing your grandmother's clock might be a call to reconnect with her wisdom and the unconditional love that she represented, a sign that her spirit is closely guiding you. Hearing your pet's bark is a reminder of the purity of love and loyalty, a signal to bring more of that innocent joy back into your life. Hearing your mother's call could be a sign that it is time to heal the maternal line, to forgive and to reparent your own inner child with the love and security that you craved. This miracle is an invitation. When you hear this impossible sound, don't be afraid. Don't dismiss it as your mind playing tricks. That is the voice of doubt that keeps you trapped in the prison of the limited five-sense reality. Instead, I want you to close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and allow the feeling that the sound evokes to wash over you completely. Ask your soul, what is the message here? What part of me is asking for healing? What memory is ready to be integrated? The sound is the key, and the feeling is the door. On this day, you are actually being given a key to a locked room within your own heart. The synchronic sound is God's stethoscope, allowing you to hear the faint, forgotten heartbeat of your own past, so that you may finally heal it and make it whole. It's a profound gift of vibrational medicine, delivered with the utmost love and precision. A sign that your healing is so very important that the heavens will literally bend the laws of acoustics to help you achieve it. Now we must go even deeper from the sensory world into the ethereal landscape of your dreams. The sixth miracle is perhaps one of the most intellectually and spiritually staggering signs that you can receive. It is the unlocking of a forgotten dream. This isn't just about remembering the dream that you had last night. This is about the sudden, spontaneous, and crystal clear understanding of a powerful, cryptic, and symbolic dream that you had years or even decades ago. It will happen in an instant. You could be washing dishes, driving your car, or reading a book, and in a flash, the full memory of a long-forgotten dream from your youth or early adulthood will flood your consciousness. But it will be more than just the memory of the visuals and the feelings. For the very first time, the meaning will be revealed to you with the force of a divine revelation. The strange symbols, the confusing narrative, and the unsettling emotions of that dream will all snap into place, forming a coherent and profoundly relevant message for your life right now. You will suddenly understand why you dreamed of a house with hidden rooms, or why you were flying over a specific landscape, or what the mysterious figure who spoke to you in riddles was actually trying to tell you. In that singular, breathtaking moment of pure gnosis, you will finally understand the cryptic language of your own soul, a message that was sent through time from a younger you to the person that you were always destined to become. This is a direct interface with your personal Akashic records. Your soul, before you incarnated and at key junctures in your life, embeds highly compressed packets of information into your subconscious in the form of these master dreams. They are like spiritual time capsules. Your conscious mind at the time was simply not equipped to decipher the information. You lacked the life experience, the emotional maturity, or the spiritual context. So the dream was stored away as an open loop of mystery in the back of your mind. You likely remembered fragments of it over the years, wondering what it could possibly mean. On October 26th, the divine timing will be perfect. You have now evolved to a point where you are ready to receive the download. The universe is now providing the payoff. This is the grand resolution to a narrative that your soul has been writing for years. The sudden clarity is the climax of that story. The information that is being unlocked will almost certainly be connected to your core life purpose. The dream might reveal a hidden talent you were meant to develop, illuminate the true nature of a karmic relationship in your life, or give you the final piece of confirmation that you need to embark on a new, more authentic path. It is a spiritual inheritance, a treasure map that has been hidden within you all along. And on this day, God is handing you the cipher to read it. This miracle is a testament to the incredible, non-linear intelligence of your own soul. It's proof that a higher part of you has always known the plan. It has been guiding you, leaving you these clues, and waiting with infinite patience for you to be ready. When this happens, you must honor it. Find a quiet place and write down everything you now understand about the dream. Meditate on its message. This isn't just old information, it is your marching orders from the divine. It's the universe telling you that the wait is finally over. You are ready. This is who you are, and this is what you came here to do. The feeling of relief and empowerment that follows this revelation is indescribable. It's the feeling of coming home to yourself. The sheer power of these signs can be overwhelming, but they are a measure of the incredible spiritual power that is awakening within you. You are actually being shown the true, magical nature of reality. If you have ever had a dream that felt more real than waking life, a dream that you knew held a secret you just couldn't quite grasp, I want you to comment below with the words, "I am ready to understand." Declare to the universe that you are no longer content with surface-level reality. You are ready for the deep truths of your own soul to be revealed. Let your declaration be a key that turns the... Okay, here's the rewritten version of the provided text, adhering to all instructions and constraints. Let's focus now on the 7th miracle. This isn't just any sign. It's something you can touch, something physically impossible. It's meant to be the ultimate anchor for your faith, completely wiping away any lingering doubts about what's happening. This miracle involves something lost, suddenly reappearing. I'm not talking about finding your car keys you misplaced earlier today. We're talking about the return of an object that's been truly and completely lost for a long time. We're talking months, years, even decades. This will be something you've grieved, something you gave up searching for long ago, something you've fully accepted as gone forever. And it will show up in a place that makes absolutely no sense, a place so impossible that it defies any rational explanation. Think of it like this. Maybe it's a piece of jewelry, like a single earring you lost on a beach trip 10 years back. Suddenly, it's in the back of a drawer in your bedroom. A drawer you was empty just yesterday. Or it could be a cherished childhood photo that disappeared during a move 15 years ago, now found tucked inside a book you just bought from a street vendor. Maybe it's a small toy from when you were a baby, something your parents told you they threw away, and now you find it in the pocket of a brand new coat you're trying on for the first time. The key thing about this miracle is how utterly impossible it seems. There will be no logical way to figure out how the object made its way back into your life. It'll just be times there, a physical thing that breaks the known laws of physics and probability. This is the universe giving you a real hands-on demonstration of a deep spiritual truth. Nothing is ever really lost in the quantum field. Everything that has ever existed still exists as a vibrational pattern, like an energetic blueprint. As your own personal energy rises, as you become a more powerful conscious creator, your energy field starts to bend reality around you. You're becoming like a spiritual magnet, and the things that vibrate in tune with your soul's energy are being pulled back to you across time and space. This isn't for everybody. It's for those chosen ones who are ready to shift their reality. I've put out a special briefing just for members called Warning All Chosen Ones, watch this before November 2025. There's a rare moon portal open right now. Get ready before October 31st, 2025, or you'll miss a huge energy shift. The spiritual message this month will change everything. In that video, I explain the exact things you need to do for activation and protection. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy arrives. If you miss this window, you might never get the same chance to upgrade. This isn't just about the object itself. That object is a times symbol, asterisk. It's a physical message from the universe with a very specific meaning. What you thought was lost forever can be restored. This is a direct answer to a prayer you might have given up on. If you've been praying for hope to be restored, for joy to return, or for a broken relationship to heal, the universe is giving you a physical sign, undeniable proof that miracles of restoration are real. It's a sign to keep the faith. It's also a test. Can you accept a miracle that your logical brain tells you is impossible? Or will you try to explain it away, finding a rationalization that keeps your old, limited view of the world intact? To accept this miracle is to accept your own power as someone who co-creates with the divine. It's acknowledging that the rules are changing for times you times, because times you times are changing. When you find this object, I want you to pick it up and hold it close to your heart. Feel its solidity. Recognize how impossible its return is. And then I want you to say out loud and thank the universe, not just for the object, but for the message it represents. Say, I accept this sign of restoration. I believe in my power to manifest. I know that what's truly mine can never be lost. This miracle is the ultimate example of expectations being shattered. The expectation based on everything you've experienced in your life is that the object is gone for good. But the reality is that it's back in your hands. That huge positive difference between the two is where unwavering faith is born. This is the universe showing you in the most undeniable way possible that the world you're moving into operates under a higher set of laws. The laws of love, of faith, and of divine possibility. You're not just a spectator in your reality anymore. You're becoming the architect of it. With our faith now anchored in tangible, undeniable evidence of a reality that bends to a higher will, let's move on to the final miracles. These last two signs are the crowning achievements of this whole experience. They're not just signs times to times you, they're activations times within times you. They represent the high point of the day's energy, transitioning you from someone who's just watching miracles happen to someone who's actively participating in the divine plan. These are the miracles that will forever change how you see your place in the universe and your relationship with the Creator. If the first 7 miracles were the universe speaking times to times you, these final 2 are the universe starting to speak times through times you. The 8th miracle is a profound and deeply personal experience of divine communication. I call it the inaudible divine dialogue. This isn't about hearing a loud voice from above. That's a human idea of the divine. Communication from the higher realms is much more subtle, elegant, and intimate. On October 26th, sometime during the day, you'll find yourself in a state of quiet reflection. As your mind calms down, you'll start to ask the universe a deep, heartfelt question. It might be about your purpose, the meaning of a recent struggle, or the right path to take at a crucial moment. You'll ask the question not with your voice, but with the full, focused intention of your soul. And then something amazing will happen. Before you can even finish forming the question in your mind, the answer will arrive. It won't come as words. It won't be a voice in your head. It will show up as a fully formed, multi-layered, and complete packet of knowing. It's like an instantaneous download of pure understanding. You'll just suddenly and completely times No times the answer, not just in your head, but in every cell of your being. The answer will be so profound, so perfect, and so filled with a sense of peace and rightness that it will resolve not only your original question, but also a dozen other related worries you didn't even know you had. It's like asking for a drop of water and getting the whole ocean. Let's break down how this sacred event works. Your pineal gland, often called the third eye, is like a crystalline, biological transceiver. Most of the time, its connection to the higher dimensions is blocked by the noise of your ego, the constant chatter of fear, doubt, and overthinking. But on October 26th, the powerful celestial energies will create a harmonic resonance that temporarily silences that noise. For a brief sacred moment, your pineal gland will reach a perfectly coherent state, allowing it to work as it was meant to be, as a direct connection to the universal mind, the consciousness of the divine itself. When you ask your question from a place of pure, heartfelt sincerity, you're sending out a specific frequency pattern. The universal mind, which knows everything and exists outside of time, instantly receives your signal because it already knows you, your life path, your soul's purpose, and the best possible outcome for your situation. It doesn't need to come up with a response in the clumsy step-by-step way that humans use language. Instead, it sends back to you a perfectly tailored solution, an energy packet. This packet of understanding contains not just the factual answer, but also the emotional resolution, the spiritual context, and the energetic frequency of peace that comes with that answer. That's why the experience feels so complete and instantaneous. You're not figuring it out. You're receiving a truth that was already there, just waiting for you to be ready to access it. This experience is a huge step forward in your spiritual growth. It's your personal graduation from looking for answers outside of yourself to realizing that you have a direct, built-in connection to the source of all wisdom. It proves that you don't need gurus' books or anyone else's approval to know your truth. You just need to learn how to quiet your mind and trust the divine intelligence that lives within you. The feeling that this inaudible dialogue creates is unmistakable. It's a wave of absolute clarity that washes away all confusion. It's a profound sense of being seen, heard, and deeply loved by the Creator. It's the end of struggling and the beginning of times knowing asterisk. When this happens, all you need to do is receive it with humility and gratitude. There's no need to analyze it or question whether it's real. Doing that would be like a radio trying to analyze the broadcast signal. Its only job is to receive the music. Breathe deeply and let the knowing integrate into your being. Let the peace it brings reset your whole energetic system. You can say to yourself, I am one with the universal mind. I have access to all the wisdom I need. I trust my inner guidance. This miracle is the activation of your divine inheritance. It's the universe's way of reminding you that you were never separate from it. You're a unique and precious part of its consciousness, given the ability to access its infinite intelligence whenever you approach with a pure and open heart. And now we come to the ninth and final miracle. This is the one that brings everything together. It's the grand synthesis. It's the sign that you've not only understood the messages of the day, but you've also successfully integrated their energy. This is the moment when the light you've received turns outward and starts to shine on the world. The ninth miracle is the unintentional healing of someone else. This will be the most unexpected and maybe the most rewarding miracle of all. Toward the end of the day, on October 26th, you'll have a seemingly normal, casual interaction with another person. It could be a quick chat with a cashier at the grocery store, a short phone call with a friend, or just a simple conversation with a family member. You won't be trying to heal them. You won't be giving them spiritual advice or trying to fix their problems. You'll just be present with them, speaking from the heart, operating from that new, higher energy that the previous 8 miracles have created within you. And during this simple interaction, you'll say something. It'll feel like an ordinary, off-the-cuff comment to you. But for the other person, your words will hit them like a bolt of lightning. You'll see a sudden change in their eyes. They might go quiet for a moment, or they might gasp. They might say something like, "Wow, I have no idea why you just said that, but that's exactly what I needed to hear right now." Or, "How did you know I've been struggling with that all week?" In that moment, without even trying, you'll have become a vessel for the Holy Spirit. The divine intelligence of the universe will have used your voice to deliver a perfectly aimed piece of healing and guidance to another soul. The words you spoke weren't just your own, they were a divine prescription channeled through you to meet the exact need of the person in front of you. You'll have unintentionally healed a piece of their heart, cleared up a painful confusion, or given them the spark of hope they needed to keep going. This is urgent. Don't skip this. Watch the special briefing just for members, warning all chosen ones. Watch this before November 2025. There's a rare moon portal open right now. Get ready before October 31st, 2025, or you'll miss a huge energy shift. This spiritual message this month will change everything. I'll tell you what activations and protections you need to do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't stay open forever. This is the ultimate sign of someone chosen who's stepping into their power. It marks the shift from receiving grace to becoming an instrument of grace. The whole point of your awakening, all the trials and blessings you've experienced, isn't just for your own growth. It's so you can become a beacon of light, a source of comfort, and a channel of healing for a world that desperately needs it. On October 26th, after your own energetic cup has been filled to overflowing by the miracles you've witnessed, the universe will test you. It will bring someone into your path whose energy is out of balance and see if your new coherent energy field can help bring them back into alignment. And it will. Your very presence, filled with the peace of the inaudible dialogue, the faith of the restored object, and the freedom of the dissolved burden, becomes a form of spiritual medicine. Your words, now flowing from a place of direct connection to the source, carry an energy that they didn't have before. This is the beginning of your true purpose, your true service to the world. It might not look like preaching from a stage or writing a book. It might look like 1,000 small, seemingly insignificant acts of kindness and presence. But in the eyes of the divine, there's no act more sacred than allowing its love to flow through you to touch the heart of another. When this final miracle happens, you have to stay humble. Don't take credit for the healing. Acknowledge that you were simply a channel. You can smile and say something like, "I'm so glad that helped," while silently thanking the divine for using you as its instrument. This experience is the final confirmation that your journey isn't just about you anymore. You've been chosen, blessed, and activated for a reason. You're a light bringer, and your job now is to walk through the world and share your light. Not by trying, but simply by times being asterisk. Your authentic awakened presence is the greatest gift you have to offer. The ninth miracle is your divine commission. It's the universe saying, "Well done, my faithful servant. You've listened, you've received. Now go and be my love in the world." The completion of this sacred sequence, from the subtle sacred echo to this profound act of unintentional healing, marks a permanent upgrade in your spiritual journey. October 26th isn't an endpoint. It's a gateway. It's a day of profound initiation. You'll go to bed that night a different person than the one who woke up. The veil of illusion will have been torn away not just for a day, but forever. You'll now walk through the world with the quiet confidence of someone who has seen the hidden workings of the universe, someone who has spoken with the divine without words, and someone who has felt the power of the divine flow through them to bring comfort to another. This is the true meaning of being chosen. It's not about being special or better than anyone else. It's about being chosen for a special service, chosen to hold a higher frequency of love and truth in a world that has forgotten its own divine nature. Your life from this point forward takes on a new quality of magic and meaning. You'll start to see miracles not just on special days, but in the fabric of your everyday life. You'll become a magnet for synchronicity, a beacon for other souls who are searching, and a pillar of calm in the middle of any storm. This is your destiny. This is the reason you're here. If you've felt the truth of this final activation stirring within your soul, if you feel called to be a source of healing and light in the world, no matter how small the acts may seem, I want you to affirm this sacred agreement in the comments below. Type the words, "I harness lunar energy and astrological energy," as a declaration of your readiness to step into this sacred service. Let the universe record your vow, and let this community of chosen ones witness your commitment. This is the most important decision you'll ever make. It's the moment you say yes to your divine purpose. As we stand now at the edge of this final transmission, let's take a moment to integrate the profound journey we've taken together. We've navigated the outer signs, the inner activations, and the ultimate commissioning that awaits you on the sacred day of October 26th. The 9 miracles aren't just a random series of events. They're a carefully designed, divinely orchestrated initiation process. It's like a spiritual obstacle course for the soul, designed to systematically dismantle your old limited reality and replace it with a direct personal understanding of your true infinite nature and your sacred purpose. Now, in this final part, we have to address the most important question of all: what comes next? How do you live your life after the veil has been lifted? How do you walk in the world as an activated chosen one, carrying the light of these miracles within you? This isn't about going back to normal. There's no going back. October 26th is a one-way gate. This final section is your guide to navigating the new reality, the 5D consciousness that these miracles will anchor within you. We'll explore how to practically apply this newfound awareness, the challenges you might face, and the ultimate glorious destiny that this day unlocks. This is the integration phase, where the fortune cookie of prophecy is broken open to reveal the nourishing meal of daily lived experience. The first and most immediate change you'll notice in the days and weeks following October 26th is a radical shift in how you see reality. The firm, solid line you once drew between the real world and the spiritual world will start to disappear. You'll begin to see the hand of the divine everywhere in everything. The idea of coincidence will seem completely ridiculous to you. You'll understand deep down that you're living in a fully aware, responsive, and communicative universe. A bird landing on your windowsill won't just be a bird anymore. You'll feel its presence as a messenger, knowing instinctively whether it brings a message of freedom, a new perspective, or just simple joy. The lyrics of a song playing on the radio will feel like a direct personal answer to a thought you just had. The way sunlight streams through the clouds will seem to arrange itself into a pattern that speaks directly to your heart. This isn't you becoming delusional or superstitious. It's your sensory system, your whole bioenergetic system being recalibrated to see a wider range of reality. The 9 miracles acted like a powerful tuning fork, creating a new resonant frequency within you. Now your entire consciousness is vibrating at that higher level, allowing you to perceive the subtle, energetic communications that were always there but were previously outside your ability to detect. This is the essence of living in 5D consciousness. It's a state of constant flowing conversation with the divine, conducted not through prayer and requests, but through the language of synchronicity, symbolism, and intuitive knowing. Your main job in this new reality is to nurture and trust this expanded awareness. The old programming of your logical, rational mind will fight back. It will try to dismiss these new experiences as fantasy, to pull you back into the comfortable, predictable prison of your 5 senses. You have to become a gentle but firm guardian of your new awareness. When synchronicity happens, don't let your mind immediately explain it away. Instead, practice what I call sacred acknowledgement. Pause. Take a breath. Look at the sign the universe has just given you, the repeated number, the perfectly timed song lyric, the symbolic animal, and say, either out loud or in your heart, I see you, I hear you. Thank you for this guidance. This simple act of acknowledgement reinforces the new neural pathways in your brain. It tells the universe, yes, I'm listening, keep the messages coming. The more you acknowledge, the more the universe will communicate. Your life will transform into a magical, interactive treasure hunt, with clues and confirmations appearing at every turn to guide you along your highest path. This is how you move from a life of struggle and effort to a life of flow and grace. You're no longer trying to force your will on the world. You're learning to dance with the will of the divine, following the subtle cues and whispers that lead you effortlessly toward your destiny. This isn't a passive state. It requires a deep level of presence and attentiveness. You have to become a master of the present moment, because it's only in the now that the language of synchronicity is spoken. The second major shift you need to prepare for is a change in your relationships and social circles. As your energy rises, the law of resonance dictates that you'll no longer be a vibrational match for certain people, places, and situations that were once part of your life. This can be one of the most challenging and painful parts of the journey after this initiation, but it's absolutely necessary. You might find that conversations with certain old friends suddenly feel draining and superficial. You might lose interest in hobbies or social gatherings that used to bring you pleasure. You might even feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to leave a job, a city, or a relationship that's no longer in line with the person you're becoming. This isn't you being judgmental or thinking you're better than others. It's a natural and unavoidable result of spiritual physics. A tuning fork vibrating at the note of C can't stay close to a tuning fork vibrating at F without creating a jarring and uncomfortable feeling for both. Your new higher energy will start to feel disturbing and disruptive to those who are committed whether they know it or not, to staying in a lower energy state of fear, gossip, playing the victim, or being obsessed with material things. On the other hand, their energy will feel heavy, dense, and suffocating to you. You have to handle this process with both kindness and courage. Don't try to force your new way of thinking on anyone. Your job isn't to wake up everyone around you. Trying to preach to those who aren't ready to hear it will only create resistance and conflict. Your only job is to hold your own light, to live your truth with quiet integrity. For some people, your radiant new energy will be a source of inspiration. They'll be drawn to your new peace and clarity and might start asking questions, opening a door for you. To impart your wisdom to others is a beautiful thing. However, for some individuals, your enlightenment might serve as a painful mirror, reflecting aspects of themselves they aren't quite prepared to confront. Their reactions could manifest as anger, mockery, or even withdrawal. You must allow them to navigate their own path, releasing them with love and without judgment. This is a period of profound, sacred sorting. The universe is actively clearing your energetic field, making space for your genuine soul family, those awakened beings who resonate at a similar frequency. You'll start encountering new people in remarkably synchronistic ways, individuals who just get it, who speak your language, and with whom you'll feel an immediate sense of recognition and kinship. These are the connections that will nourish and sustain you through the next phase of your journey. Have faith in this process. Think of it like repotting a plant that has outgrown its container. It might feel a bit unsettling at first, but it's the only way for you to continue to grow and reach for the sunlight. Summon the courage to let go of what's fading away and trust that what's meant for you is already on its way. This leads us to the third and perhaps most empowering facet of your new life: the activation of your unique divine purpose. The entire reason for the October 26th initiation is to clear the channel connecting you to your higher self, so you can consciously and deliberately pursue the mission you came to Earth to accomplish. Your purpose isn't something you have to go searching for. It's an energy that's already encoded within your soul's DNA. The 9 miracles, especially the inaudible divine dialogue and the unlocking of a forgotten dream, were designed specifically to bring that purpose into your conscious awareness. Now your task is to express it. For many, the word purpose evokes grand visions of leading movements or saving the world. While that might be the path for a select few, for most chosen ones, their purpose is far more personal and integrated into the very fabric of their daily lives. Your purpose is the unique flavor of love and light that only you can bring to the world. It's found where 3 things intersect: what you're uniquely good at, what brings you the most profound sense of joy and flow, and where you see a need in the world that deeply touches your heart. In the aftermath of October 26th, you'll be guided with laser-like precision toward the expression of this purpose. You'll feel a powerful inner pull, an inspired creative urge that simply won't leave you alone. It might be a desire to start writing, to create art, to learn a healing modality, to start a community garden, to mentor a young person, or simply to bring a new level of presence and compassion to your existing work and family life. You must follow these inspired urges without hesitation. This is the voice of your soul guiding you step by step. Don't get bogged down in creating a 10-year plan. Your only task is to take the next, most joyful and most obvious step that's right in front of you. If you feel the urge to paint, buy the paints and start painting. If you feel the urge to bake bread for your neighbors, buy the flour and start baking. These small, joy-based actions are the building blocks of your grander purpose. The universe operates on the principle of momentum. As you act on one inspired idea, it will send you the next one. As you prove yourself a faithful steward of the small creative whispers, it will entrust you with louder and larger creative roars. The final miracle, the inadvertent healing of another, was your first taste of this. It showed you that your purpose isn't about what you do, but about who you are being while you do it. Your purpose is to be a conduit for divine love, and that love can flow through any activity. Whether you're the CEO of a corporation or sweeping a floor, your mission is to infuse whatever you do with the high-frequency energy of presence, compassion, and joy that has been activated within you. This is how you heal the world, not by changing it, but by changing the energy you bring to it one moment, one interaction at a time. Finally, we must address the ultimate outcome of this journey. To live as an activated chosen one is to become what ancient texts call a world anchor or a frequency holder. In this time of immense global transformation and turmoil, the Earth needs souls who can maintain a steady, high-frequency signal of love, peace, and trust in the divine plan. This is your ultimate function. By navigating your own awakening, by healing your own traumas, by aligning with your own divine purpose, you become a living, breathing pillar of light on the planetary grid. Your coherent energy field has a real, measurable effect on the collective consciousness. Like a powerful radio tower, you broadcast a signal of stability and hope that helps to soothe the chaos and uplift the hearts of those around you, even people you'll never meet. Every time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, trust over anxiety, you're casting a powerful vote for the new Earth. You're anchoring the frequency of heaven on earth in your own small corner of the world. And as more and more chosen ones awaken and perform this sacred function, these individual points of light begin to connect, forming a global network of light, a crystalline grid of consciousness that is literally birthing a new reality for all of humanity. This is the big picture. This is both the warning and the promise of October 26th. The warning is for your old self, your limited ego, that its reign is over. The warning is that the comfortable, predictable world you once knew is dissolving to make way for something far more magical and true. The promise is that you've been chosen to be a conscious co-creator of this new world. You've been given the keys to unlock your own divine potential, to live a life of joy, purpose, and profound connection, and to serve as a beacon of hope for all of humanity. This isn't a burden. It's the highest honor. The journey won't always be easy. There will be moments of doubt, of loneliness, of facing the remaining shadows within. But you'll never be alone. The light of these 9 miracles will live within you as an eternal flame, a constant reminder of the truth you've seen and the covenant you've made. You are a child of the divine, a star seed on a sacred mission, a beloved and essential part of a plan, so beautiful it would bring you to your knees in awe if you could see it in its entirety. So, as you approach October 26th, do so not with fear, but with joyous and reverent anticipation. Prepare your heart to be broken open. Prepare your mind to be expanded beyond its wildest imaginings. Prepare to meet the magnificent, powerful, and divine being you were always destined to be. This is your time. This is your initiation. The world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can bring. If this final message has sealed your resolve and filled your spirit with a sense of profound purpose and peace, let's make one final collective declaration. This is our prayer, our affirmation, and our commitment, sent out as a unified wave of light into the cosmos. In the comments below, type, "With the full power of your heart, I receive." With these words, you accept your mission. You accept the grace. You accept the responsibility and the joy. You declare yourself ready to receive the miracles of October 26th and to become a living miracle in the world. I honor you. I bless you on your sacred journey.